I think most of us have dreamt about owning an expensive yacht or just even being on one. The luxury and the feeling it must give you must be incredible. We did some snooping and found out what the most expensive yacht in the world is. Be prepared to be amazed and think about whether you'll ever be able to beat this vessel for absolute luxury and enjoyment. Yes, the most expensive yacht is worth $1.5 billion. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of the new videos we post. The $4.8 billion super yacht is a hoax. Before we get into this video, let's first address the elephant in the room. There were rumors of a $4.8 billion yacht built by Stuart Hughes. It was supposedly a golden platinum-plated vessel called the History Supreme. Hughes claimed that the 300-meter yacht was purchased by a Malaysian billionaire. The cabins of this yacht were supposedly adorned with dinosaur bones and other lavish and expensive decorations. Hughes' story was investigated and found to be completely false. And that makes this yacht we're about to discuss the most expensive in the world. Roman Abramovich, the owner of the $1.5 billion Eclipse. Roman Arkadievich Abramovich is a Russian-Israeli billionaire businessman and politician. Abramovich is the primary owner of the private investment company Millhouse LLC and is best known outside of Russia as the owner of Chelsea FC, a Premier League football club. Formerly, he was the governor of Chukotka Autonomous Okrug from 2000 to 2008. According to Forbes, Abramovich's net worth was $12.9 billion in 2019, making him the richest person in Israel, the 10th richest in Russia, and the 113th richest person in the world. He's donated more money than any other living Russian, with donations between the years 1999 and 2013 of more than $2.5 billion to build schools, hospitals, and infrastructure in Chukotka. In 2015, Abramovich invested and led a $30 million round of funding with businessman O.D. Kobo, chairman of PIR Equities. Other partners include several well-known people from the music industry, among them David Guetta, Nicki Minaj, Tiesto, Avicii, will.i.am, Benny Anderson, Dave Holmes, the manager of Coldplay, and others. No wonder he has a disco aboard his yacht, but more about that later. Abramovich has invested in other startups in various fields. Among them is BrainQ, an Israeli startup which develops artificial intelligence-powered technologies to treat neurological disorders. Disorders such as stroke, spinal cord injury, and traumatic brain injury. Abramovich has invested over $30 million in Store Dot, founded by Doron Meyersdorf. Roman has been labeled as an oligarch by his critics. As you can tell, he has a lot of moolah with which to build passenger liner/warship vessels. That's exactly what the Eclipse looks like, a cross between a passenger liner and a warship. The Eclipse. The Eclipse is in fact the world's most expensive yacht at a staggering $1.5 billion. The yacht was designed by yacht architect Terence Disdale. Disdale wanted to combine practicality, elegance, and functionality. Despite having had no formal training in his fields of interior and exterior yacht design, Terence Disdale continues to remain one of the most sought-after designers in the yachting industry, lending his name and talents to some of the world's largest yachts. Roman had Disdale build the yacht to his specifications and paid $500 million. Since the yacht is now worth $1.5 billion, he has a massive return on investment. Good work there, Roman. The yacht is one of the most expensive to operate and includes state-of-the-art technology, safety systems, passive defense systems such as bulletproof windows, anti-camera lasers, and an actual ballistic missile defense system that's worth $50 million. Physical description. The vessel was built by German shipbuilders Blohm and Voss and delivered to Roman in 2010. The Eclipse is the second longest yacht in the world at 162 meters, 533 feet. The 9-deck super vessel has 17 luxurious cabins and a super luxurious master cabin. The vessel can host up to 36 guests. There's a crew of 70 who look after the guests. The wood on the vessel is expensive teak and combined with some great design features makes the yacht look very glamorous indeed. The vessel can reach a respectable speed of 25 knots with its 39,700 horsepower MTU engines, which is equal to 46.3 kilometers an hour. In the world of ships, that is fast. Amenities aboard the yacht include jacuzzis, spas, a gymnasium, a beauty salon, first-class beach club, and 2 swimming pools. The one pool can be converted to turn the area into a dance floor. The vessel even has a nightclub on the lower deck. The Eclipse has a sun deck where guests can spend their time lazing about and soaking up the sun while reading a book or something. In the dining hall of the Eclipse, only world-class meals are served, something to look forward to as well as after a long day of doing nothing and having your every need pampered to. The only yacht longer than the Eclipse is the Azam, which has a length of 180 meters, but is still not as expensive as Eclipse. Safety. Due to its state-of-the-art stabilizer system, highly trained crew, helicopter pads, bulletproof windows, and missile defense system, the yacht is one of the safest in the world to charter. If everything fails, it even has a 2-man submarine which 2 lucky people can escape on. The Eclipse has 2 helicopter landing pads and there's space for a helicopter to be stored in its very own helicopter hangar. At any one time, there can thus be 3 helicopters aboard the massive vessel. The vessel also has 3 launch craft for purposes of escape, with which to take guests to a secluded beach somewhere. The master cabin and bridge have tough bulletproof windows at a cost of $10 million. Pirates, therefore, will have no luck trying to shoot the captain or bridge crew. Billionaires like Abramovich must have quite powerful enemies for all this added security. The stabilizing system ensures nobody gets seasick, and the bevy of chefs can prepare the most delicately decorated dishes without fear of messing up the look. Lastly, the Eclipse has a system which detects cameras and shines a laser into their lenses to prevent the taking of photos of the vessel or its occupants. The shield does not detect old film cameras, but then again, who still uses those? The vessel also has motion sensors surrounding it. Operating costs. The Eclipse was expensive to buy and is even more expensive to operate. The captain of the vessel alone is estimated to receive a salary of at least $200,000 annually. That excludes the rest of the crew. One must assume there will be a brilliant chef aboard and probably also a doctor or nurse. Put the salaries together, and that's quite the payroll. Just putting fuel in the ship costs about $3,000 per hour. It costs $75 million annually just to operate this massive toy. It costs $2 million per week to charter the vessel, so it has to be chartered for at least 262 days each year just to break even on operating costs. The previous yachts in Abramovich's fleet. Abramovich has sold off his whole fleet of yachts, but who can blame him? If the Eclipse is this good, who would even want other yachts? It seems like this billionaire really loves sleek and expensive ocean-going vessels. Good for him. The Cicero was $146 million. This 50-meter-long yacht, now 20 years old, was built by Fedship de Vries Shipyard and designed by Terence Disdale and is one of the fastest ever yachts manufactured by the Dutch yacht makers. It can accommodate 12 guests across 5 suites and can reach a whopping 46 knots flat out. Rumor has it that Cicero is now owned by his ex-wife by way of a divorce settlement and is rarely used as it's almost always docked in the city of Antibes. What a waste of a good vessel. It's strange though. Why has she not sold it yet? Is it a case of turning the tables on her husband for some reason? The Ecstasy is worth $146 million and is one of the fastest large yachts around, with an impressive 43,000 horsepower at a length of 86 meters. Built specifically for Abramovich, the vessel boasts room for 14 guests and is staffed by 25 crew. Room for 2 helicopters was also a design requirement. The Russian did not have ownership of the super yacht for long, selling it to the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi in 2009. Currently, it is believed that Pakistani billionaire Al-Sher Fayaz is in possession of the yacht. The Luna is another one of Roman's old yachts. It's worth $386 million, and this 115-meter vessel boasts dual helipads and was built by Lord Werft at Stahlbau Nord shipyards. The world's second-largest expedition yacht, the Luna was sold to Abramovich's friend and Azerbaijani billionaire Farkhad Akhmadov for €240 million in 2014. The Polaris is worth $386 million, clocking in at the same length and a similar price tag to the Luna. The Polaris was built in 2003 by Lursen and was briefly owned by a Saudi businessman before being sold to Abramovich the year after. Optimized for long-distance cruising, the Polaris is without a doubt the sleekest of the Tycoon's lineup, with this vessel capable of 6,000 nautical miles at 16 knots in a single voyage. Polaris is now owned by Hong Kong businessman Samuel Tak Lee. Yachts are a waste of money if you have no way of getting some kind of income from them unless you're a billionaire. Roman Abramovich has not only given birth to a stunning ship, but has made it possible to pay for its running costs at a net profit. I know that if the zombie apocalypse happens, I'll make the Eclipse my base. I'll eat whatever rich people eat and lay back and watch the world burn in absolute luxury. Whatever the case, most of us would give our front teeth to spend a cruise aboard such a vessel. Well, that wraps up this video. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.